Good morning, you've got Score Chaser here, and this is Score Plays Mega Man Legends. Thank you for joining me. In our last episode, we retrieved the large red refractor from the ocean ruins. And normally one would go back to Roll to have her install that into the Flutter, but instead we are going to go back into town, and we are going to do a side quest or two for the Chief of Police. These will grant us buster parts that we can use. So they help.
Okay, I'm fresh out of ideas. You know, what bothers me most is that while we're sitting here, he's out there digging up all sorts of stuff.
Calm down, Teasel. You're going to burst. He won't beat us to the treasure. No one will, as long as that big door is still locked. All we have to do is make sure we get rid of him before then. Right? So what if he digs up a few scraps here and there? He can keep that garbage. All we're after is whatever's behind the main gate. Right, Teasel?
You know, you're absolutely right. Then that will be our new plan. We'll wait for him to open the main gate. We'll let him keep whatever he finds until then. He'll see. It'll be the Bonds who have the last laugh in this game.
That's right!
I'd mentioned in a previous episode that there is a girl in the hospital. I had an issue recording this episode last time. I had technical issues, but I went into the hospital and she was not there. She will be outside somewhere at some point. I have to find her so that way I meet her, and then I can start visiting her in the hospital, and I can go to the mayor, who will then ask me if I would like to donate to the cause to help get her the machine that she needs so she can walk again. I mean, overall, there isn't really a whole lot of rewards for doing these things, but it's just, I don't know. I feel like you kind of have to. I mean, at least with the Chief of Police, right now, I'm going to be getting tangible rewards. Because, I mean, on my first playthrough of this, I didn't do any of the side quests. And I kind of missed out on a lot of stuff. Which is a shame. It is a shame. So he basically says, come back to us, you never know when we need your help. And then I talk to him again, he's like, oh, by the way. I mean, someone legitimately comes and leaves a bomb threat and he ignores it. He is just on top of everything. No, come on. So I have to go back down to the downtown district. And I will see the explosive pepperoni sticks. You know what was weird is after September 11th, there was a lot of stuff on like children's cartoons where they couldn't say the word bomb. And I mean, I specifically remember that in the first season of the Pokemon anime, they had Meowth referring to bombs as blast balls. And I just found that to be so bizarre. Okay, so I'm basically looking for 2 sticks of dynamite. One is going to be behind a house, and one is going to be on top of a house. And they're never in the same spot. It's randomized. At least I believe it's randomized. There's one. Okay, and the other is going to be on top of a house. So we are going to get on top of a roof. And we are going to look. I believe I know where the other one is. Yeah, I see it. I see it. I just gotta get up there. Okay, got it. At least I don't believe it's randomized. But I don't know, I'm contradicting myself in what I just said, didn't I? Okay, so I got the 2 bombs. I'm gonna go back and talk to the chief of police. I hope you're having a good morning, or at least whenever you're watching this. It's morning for me, so I'm in City Hall. I'm in the wrong spot. I'm gonna kick you. I need to go to the police station, not City Hall. Okay, so I think that's all I have with him right now. I'm gonna go to the northern forest again and see how the gang is doing. The gang. The group of hoodlums. I believe now that they should be finished doing what they're doing, and they will start tasking me with finding other tools and bugs for their collection. Yep, they have finished the first part. And I think I know where the saw is. It's going to be in the eastern part of town where the television station is. It's going to be in a trash can. You know, I'm not much for, like, ROM editing. I'm meaning that I don't have the skill for it. But I would replace the Buster sound with the traditional, lemon shooter of the original NES games. I mean, I'd do that with any Mega Man game, really. Doesn't matter which one it is. Even the X-Series games were, you know, I don't know. I do plan at some point to get back into playing traditional Mega Man. I already played the first one on this channel. If you have not seen it, I can link that in the description. But I've already played the first one, as I just said. But I plan on doing 2 through 6. I'm going to skip 7 because I'm not a fan of 7, like, at all. And I have no experience with 8, so I might do 8. The only thing I know about 8 is... oh, that's the wrong part of town. The only thing I know about 8 is the horrible voice acting. I have beaten 7. I have the Legacy Collection on Switch. That's actually the first time that I've played through it fully. I did not have access to the game otherwise. Because back during the era of the Super Nintendo, it was basically a crapshoot if a store had a game, and then it was down to whether or not your local rental stores had it. Which was the reason why I never got to play Mega Man 2 until I got the Anniversary Collection on the PlayStation 2. That was the very first time I played Mega Man 2. I mean, to me, Mega Man 2 is always like the one that I never played, because I played 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6. At least I could have sworn the axe, I mean the... well, I could have sworn it was on this part of town. Ugh. My memory is failing me. I also find it weird that this game, for the longest time, it wouldn't get a re-release because they actually used a logo for the soda machines. And I believe for that one building I just passed, they were real things. And it's like, why, I don't know, it seemed like a lot of trouble to go through. You know, why not just replace the assets? I also have not played the sequel to this game before. You know, to completion anyway. A friend of mine had it, I borrowed it for a little bit, and I wasn't able to really fully play it through the time that I had it borrowed. It was for like maybe a few days. Come on. I know you're not in the north, because that would be too close to where we are. I might have to use a walkthrough to help me find where that saw is. If I don't find it, you know, relatively soon. And if I don't find it, I will look up the answer in between episodes, and we'll get back to that. Ah! Oh, well, that's not what I was looking for, but that's part of the machine gun weapon, which is kind of pointless. It doesn't do all that great. Well, as I said, I will look up that answer another time, but what we'll do now is we will head back to the forest, and I will contact Roll to get the flutter up and going. But we're going to, I think I have enough Zenny for the Kevlar jacket. Yes, I do. Thank you. No new parts. Refill my canteen. Okay. We are golden. Okay, so let's now head south. You know, I could just call Roll. How quickly we forget things.
Mega Man, Could you take care of the refractor?
Okay.
Just stick it in.
Finished. It's ready.
Okay, I'm all done here too. I'm going to fire up the engine, Mega Man. You grab that blue lever there.
Gotcha. This one, right?
Yep, on my mark.
Ready.
Sail switch on. Refractor rotation speed increasing. Engine field generation at 80%. Safety lock check. Initiating countdown. 3, 2, 1. Mega Man, now!
Here goes.
Metastatic field operational. Pair production active. Come on, fly.
We're flying. It worked. You didn't roll. We're flying. We're flying.
Well, I still have a lot of work left, but we should be able to get around the island at least. And you'll be able to reach that cave now, too. Let me know when you want to start a dig at the cave, and I'll take you there anytime.
Another thing about, now we are inside the flutter. Another thing about the sequel that I really did not like was that they got a different voice actor for Mega Man, and his voice is like several years younger in tone, and it's just, ugh, I don't like it. Okay, first I'm going to talk to her because I have a ring for her. We're going to give it to her. Because otherwise, it just sits in our inventory. We can't sell it. So it's like, why not? Jet skates. That's what they're called. I know how to use them. Oh, that's right. Now I can do 3 parts. Awesome. Those two combined with another part would be absolutely fantastic. Let's actually play around with that right now. Let's see what we got. Really isn't that great. I can max out my attack. That's a little more balanced. I always thought this portrait was funny. It's just sheep. Like, why? If I remember correctly, the next ruin that I'm going to, that large pillar that was dug around, when I access it, is going to bring up a bunch of other sub-gates around town that I have to go to. You know, I remember when I first played this game, it just seemed so long and so big. Mainly because I spent a lot of time just going back and just going into the ruins for money, and it's a lot shorter than what I know because there's not much left. See, that's good. My range isn't the best, but where I'm firing now, that's usually about where enemies are. So I'm liking the energy and speed with this too. So I'm gonna stick with this for a little bit. Okay, where am I at in terms of recording time? Okay, so I will call this episode here today. Thank you again for joining me. Again, my name is Score Chaser. You've been awesome. Do something nice for yourself. Have yourself a slice of pizza. You've earned it. Bye.